Assalamu alaikum, this is Engineer Ziad Albasir. A new training about the project's view and EPS view and the data inside it. If you notice here, there is a lot of information for different projects, depends on the data you are entering and the status of the projects. I have here this node, which is total ABCD as a total for ABCD nodes. And I will try to demonstrate here what impact and change of data depends on the status you are in the project. Okay, if you see here, all this are zeros, 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 and nothing inside it because there is nothing inside these nodes. So if I go to A and add a new project, okay, whatever the name, we don't care here. Let's just start the project on 1st of July. And we don't change anything here. Finished. Now I have a project with no activities, of course, starting 1st of July. Okay. And if I go to dates, let me change this data date to 1st of July too. So we have a project on 1st of July and we are planning as 1st of July. Let's go for the activities and let's add the activities very fast. Okay. Now, no need to do anything here because we add extra. So finish, 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 finish. I think we have one extra, but let's see. What I'm doing here is creating activities starting 1st of July. Every activity has 5 days. We can do less, of course. And let me connect these activities. Okay. Sorry, this one doesn't need. Delete. Yes. So let's connect the activities. Sorry, it should be shift. Link activities. So starting 1st of July, and because we are not doing scheduling yet, it will show like this, correct? We link them, but automatic scheduling is inactive. I can check it on purpose. And if I go to the project data, of course, we have zeros. Okay. Of course, zeros about the cost because we are not entering any resource yet. But I want to go and check total activities and it gives me 11 activities. Okay, it's open project and it gives me 11 activities and give me start, finish dates, no finish dates yet because nothing. Let us go to baseline project finish. See, even we didn't have a schedule run yet and we didn't have a baseline yet identified or assigned, the project automatically include the project as a baseline by itself. So baseline data date still 1st July. Baseline project finish, give it 5 because we didn't schedule it yet. So it's just one activity for all. Okay. Of course, unit progress, there is nothing. Baseline project start. Notice we didn't do any schedule yet. Scheduling, run scheduling, okay? But it identify a baseline immediately, okay? Forecast start date, yes, 1st of July. Still doing finish by 5th of July because there is no scheduling yet. What else we can note as a change? So now this is the first notice of what is inside this project. Okay, now let's schedule the project as 1st of July and it will tell us it finished by 13th of September. Let me delete this too, please. So it will finish exactly end of August. Now, if I go back to the same data, it will give me 9 activities and nothing else. And it's considered as a baseline. If you notice the yellow bar here, it already make a baseline, even we didn't assign a baseline and maintain a baseline. It compares the schedule with itself for any change. Okay, now we finished the activities. Now let's add resource. Let's go to the first one and add resource. And let's display all resources. And let me choose this 3 and let me highlight all activities at once. And let these 3 resources comes in all activities at once in this easy way. Okay, you see, now we have them, we have them, we have them, we have them. Now these resources come with its cost. Now let's see the impact on the ABS view. Okay, now in the total, it gives us 12,600. The project costs shows here current budget and original budget. It's a manual input, so let's make it, for example, 100,000. So manually we added the original budget and current budget jump in. Still here, there is nothing. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 1 million here. Now, baseline project labor cost is identified. Remaining total cost, nothing could change, of course, in the variance, so it will be the same. Budgeted at completion, labor units, okay? It shows us the information as we go for the cost of labor and the labor units. Variance is still no variance, no indexes, no performance index, nothing, because we are not really making any difference. And update. So there is no update yet, and this is what we will see. Okay. For the dates, shows finish dates now as 30th of August. Okay. Date added, this is today date. Okay. So from this, we notice the change as soon as we add resource with it with its associated cost. Now this project is open. Notice now it's open and this data is up. Let us close the project and let's notice what impact is there when we close the project. See, some data disappear. Okay, so when you see this view, if you are reporting certain projects and you want to print it out, for example, you should open the projects to see everything. Otherwise, some of this data will not be there. Now, we notice that the baseline information is there, even we didn't maintain it and we didn't assign it. And assigning and maintaining is to be sure that there is no change to the original baseline. So let's copy this project and let's put it in B as it is. Now, when we copy this project in the other side to the other B node, let's notice that original budget is not identified, so we have to add it manually. We copied everything, including the resource. So let's have here 100,000. Now, this project budget at completion 12,600. Now, for current budget, an original budget in the project side, we have to add 100,000 manually. 100,000. In the budget we added, but here what we do in this example. Now let's close the projects and let's open this one. Let's just change this one here. Let's see. This is schedule. No update. Copy it, put it here, schedule. Actually, schedule, no update, schedule with base line. This one. Let's go to projects. Assign a baseline and we say yes, current project, and we confirm it as a primary one. Okay, and let's also maintain it. So if there is any change, we know this is the main one for baseline number 1. Now, after we did that, the scheduling is still the same. Okay? If we monitor the data now between both of these projects, let's open them at once and go to the reports and see if there is anything different after including and assigning a baseline schedule. It's matching, 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 matching. It's matching, still matching, still matching, still matching. Now here it's still as the baseline is current project in both. Even the first project has no assigned and maintained baseline. Okay? It gives us the same information. So automatically Primavera, adding a baseline, comparing the project with itself for any change you do. Now, putting and maintaining a baseline as an option there, it's only, and I say only, for if there is any change in the project afterwards, it will compare it to the assigned baseline. So what I say is, the first project, if you change it now for duration or anything, it will consider it as still correct as a baseline with the same data you are comparing with, because it's comparing with itself. However, the second one, it's comparing with the fixed baseline schedule. Okay, so in the second project, you fix the baseline schedule. That's the baseline. And the first one, it's compare itself with itself. So whatever you change, it's still considered a baseline for the project. So it will not really show you a change or a deviation to the baseline, because there is no baseline assigned really, but it considers it as itself as a baseline. So if you see this one, this is the first what you call it outcome of this comparison when we do a portfolio management and we check the data in the ABS view. Okay. Now, if you notice here, the unallocated budget for the totals is 800 because we have 1 million for all these 4 projects, and we are just use 200,000. Okay. Of course, if you want to slow down the pictures to monitor what is written here, of course, you can do it in the video and pause it, but I'm trying to make it fast. So we have a short time for people who they just jump very fast. If you see the budget at completion, it becomes now the total of both because they are open. If I close them by Control W, okay, this total disappear. If I open one project alone, it gives me the total of one project only. So this important information you need to know it. So you have to open both of them or summarize them to get the total amounts. Now, as we said, now this is the project without baseline. This is the project with baseline. Let's copy this project with the baseline and put it in the node C. And let's start and do the first update. Now it copy everything. I don't want to exclude anything. It will be identical to the other ones, except B, it has a baseline. A, it doesn't have a baseline. C will have a baseline and update. So let's see when we update it and what difference it will give us with update. Let's close it, both of them, Control W, and close them both. And let's open the last one alone. And let's update the first week. Now, in the first week, let's say it started and, okay, before I do start it, okay? Let's notice here the labor units. It's 120 and 0 actual. And the labor cost is 1400 and 0 actual. And the duration percentage is 0, okay? Let me go and say it is, let's just see this labor units, okay, 120 and 0. Let's say started, finished, according to the date, okay? But I will say it's not finished in 5th. Let's say it's finished on 3rd. So ahead of time. And let's say the actuals only are 60, 20, okay? And the labor cost will be 700, of course, because it's calculated automatically. Now we are 50% ahead of time and cost and units for this progress. And let's schedule as end of the week, which should be 7th of July, and we schedule it. Okay. Now the progress line here show that we finish 100% according to the duration, no change on it. However, we are ahead of time with finishing the activity, and we are 700, we are 50% of the cost, we have 50% of the units. Now let's go and compare this project with the other 2 projects, and let's open them, highlight them all and open them all at once. And let's see the difference on the projects in the ABS levels and the updates. Now, we open the 3 of them. It gave us the total for everything for the projects. However, the variance will start jumping in the projects, okay? Now, we are missing here putting the original budget. Doesn't matter if we do it now. Okay. Now, putting it will calculate automatically. If you notice here, now, remaining total cost is different to the others because we have update. Variance is 700, which is the 50% we added. And at completion, labor cost is it's 11,900. Okay. Units, budget at completion, labor units, still the same, no change. Estimate at completion unit. Now this one will be different because it becomes less now. This is less, this is less. And we start saying different numbers after the update, which is logically accepted. Okay. And we start saying some numbers, of course, for the variance, but nothing for the other ones. Now, to complete performance index, we are on schedule, duration 100%, okay? And cost performance here is 2. Here, of course, no updates. Here, 2 means we are doing very good. We are, actual cost is 50% less, so we are double of the performance, which is good, okay? Cost performance index, labor units also 2, okay? Cost variance index 0.5, very good. Cost variance labor unit 60, the actual numbers, okay? Earned value cost is 1400, correct? Because we finished the project, we finished the work for 1400. Earned value labor unit 120, yes, it's the actual ones, the planned ones, okay. Schedule performance index 1, yes, on time, no change. We are finishing 100% activities based on the schedule planned. Schedule performance index still 1, very good. Schedule variance, we are not comparing the schedule variance. Variance at completion 700, yes. Variance at completion labor unit 60. Actual completed activity 1, correct. Actual duration is 3, not 5. Okay. And all the other data is coming according to the update. Very good. Okay, and here we see the difference between a project which is updated and a project which is not updated. So if you have a project which is updated and you are not seeing such numbers, that means something is missing. Maybe you didn't include the resource with its cost, or maybe there is no updates, or the updates are late, and you should be noticing what date you are updating on, and that all schedules are updated to the same point of time. Okay, now I think so far is everything is logical, no change. Okay, here very good comments about cost percentage complete is 5.88, cost of percent of budget complete is 5.56. Total here of the cost complete is good numbers, which we see when we add the cost and the updates of the cost. Duration of original 6.67% is added. So we are really good here. Labor units complete percentage is showing too, and the total also is showing because you are dealing with units, and also cost and duration complete percentage. Performance percent complete also, it's showing 11.11%, and it shows 3.7 because the other ones are not updated. So it's smaller than the 11, of course. Nothing changed here to explain. Remaining duration, of course, there is no change in the 45 days, which is the original duration. Here, we finished the first week, 5 working days. The remaining is 40 days. Okay, unit percentage complete also is important to have it here. So that's the difference between an updated schedule and non-updated schedule. And you should notice this, of course, when we update, we don't update in the ABS, of course, we update it within the schedule. However, when we see that as a project planning manager or project control manager or a program manager, you should notice the difference in all projects, and you should identify the data date, which you will see it in one of these columns, that it should match all of them. So data date should be the same for all the projects, so you can compare apple to apple. Otherwise, it's not right. Okay. Now let's do the final stage and copy this project with update to the D node. And let's see the difference. What happened when we summarize the project after updates. Now let's close them all, Control W, close them all. Okay. And let's open this one here. Go back to project, please. And let's summarize it. Now see, I select the project and I open it. I can do this for all projects if I have to, but no, I do one only here because I want one. Okay, now we have summarized this project. Okay, finished. Now let's us open all of them to be sure that all data will jump up. Yes, see, it takes time because creating a summarized table, it's another loading to Primavera. So on summarized tables, because it loads every time, it's happened when you request it. Otherwise, it will make a slow system and even stuck system in sometimes. So let's open the 4 projects now, and let's notice a difference on the EBS data. Now the total give us the total projects because they are open. If one of them is not open, it will not show. Okay, and let's see the difference here. Now this is because we don't have the 100,000. Let's see, it's matching all the way, especially in the last 2. Okay, especially in the last two, even with the summarize option, we still have not noticed any difference except in very minor ones. So let's see where is the difference between summarizing a project and updating a project and opening it. So far, most of the data are matching. All of them matching, 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 matching. Same data everywhere. All are the same. No change whatever when all the projects are open between summarize and update. However, because we just update a few seconds ago or minutes ago, the project is still really active in the background. If I leave this for a few days and come back to the same, I might find some changes. Okay, and maybe I will do this exercise again after a few days and I will show it to you how much difference it will be. Let's see here now. Finish date, in the summarized date, it shows us a difference. And yes, finish date now has been confirmed here for this ones because we summarize the project. But for the other ones, it doesn't show a finish date. This is the first difference we notice it. The same here, it shows us last summarized date, which is 5th of August, today date. Okay, and I think that's it. Maybe another one, another minor one, and that's it. Other things are the same. So finish date only, difference, we'll see it between the summarized and non-summarized project if they are all open and updated. However, because we just update today, the data is still fresh in the system. If you see here now, still the same information are there. Yes, here, variance. Sorry, this is, yes. Now here, variance baseline project duration. Here it shows 0, here it shows 45. Okay, now this is another difference we notice between the summarized project and non-summarized projects. Okay, so duration baseline project variance baseline project duration and the finish date. Okay, this is the second difference we monitor here and notice, and that's it. Everything is the same. Finish and variance of the duration. It shows between the summarized project and non-summarized project. Thank you very much for watching and most welcome. Ziad Albasir. Please subscribe.